Cork flooring is versatile and attractive. It reduces noise, is hypoallergenic, has high resiliency, and with its click-together planks is a snap to install. Preparation is the first element of a flooring installation. Start with the removal of the existing baseboards or wall molding. If wall molding is to be reused, make sure to mark the back of the trim and the wall it was removed from with a unique identifying mark for easy reinstallation. In some cases, it may be necessary to slice a thin line where the baseboard meets the wall to keep from tearing the sheetrock paper layer up the wall when removing the base. A base shoe may also be used in addition to wall base. A base shoe is usually 5/8 by 3/4 inch and is a quarter round type molding that allows you to install a new floor without removing the existing base. It may also be necessary in some rooms to remove doors and closets. A well-prepared surface is an important part of a quality installation. If you are removing carpet, pull it up and remove the tack strip and any protruding nails or staples that may be present. Sweep the floor to remove any debris. With the old flooring up and the subfloor visible, it's the perfect time to fix any flexing or squeaking areas in the floor. Countersink screws into the subfloor where needed and sink any existing nails that appear elevated or loose. The 5-star Cork underlayment can now be laid out. Start in one corner and work your way across the room. Be sure to measure and cut out any heat vents when laying the cork. To finish this step, you may need to trim the door jambs. Measure the height of your flooring. With the handsaw, saw off the amount needed. Before proceeding with the actual laying of the planks, determine which direction the primary light source is coming from. Always install the flooring with the seams running parallel to the light to minimize the impact of the seams by highlighting it with too much light. You can also install a floating floor on a 45-degree angle to add a special touch. Now it's time to lay out the floor. Begin in a corner. Measure out a 1/2 inch from the wall. This 1/2 inch is called an expansion gap and will allow the floor to expand and contract with the seasons and changes in interior humidity. This gap will be covered later by the base shoe or wall base. The groove side of the planks should be facing the wall. It will be necessary to place screws in the door opening to keep those pieces from sliding. Place spacers on the sidewall to maintain its position from side to side. When installing the second piece, just tilt at an angle and slide into the groove until it seats. Keep laying out across the room. When you get to the corner, measure the length and cut accordingly. It might be necessary to use a small pry bar to secure the plank tightly. With the remaining piece left from your cut, return to your starting corner and start laying out the next row. Doing this keeps the seams from being identical. You may need to lightly tap in each piece when inserting. At all the walls, spacers will be needed to maintain the expansion gap evenly around the perimeter of the room. When installing around a vent, always make sure to measure the opening and cut accordingly. Most vents are 4x10 or 4x12 inches. It's important to make sure the vent cover will fit in the opening, as it's much harder to recut the floor after it's installed. Finish out the remaining rows. When placing the final piece in, the pry bar will secure it tightly into position. Remove the screws and finish off the gap with a 1/2 inch piece of trim. Installing your Cork floor will well be worth the effort. With all the benefits a Cork floor has to offer, plus its elegant and natural look, it's sure to brighten up any room in your house. Time and attention to detail in installation delivers a floor for generations of use. With proper cleaning and maintenance, including doormats to catch dirt and debris at the entry, a Cork floor will provide years of service.